This is a quick video on graphing, polar graphs. In honors pre-calc, let's say that you wanted to graph r equal to 6 cosine theta. Now, theta is the angle. You take the cosine multiplied by 6, you'll find the r value. If you take an infinite number of thetas, you can generate a graph. And so what you're going to learn is how to plot some points, but then you'll use your calculator to do the actual graph. On the test, you won't have a calculator. You'll be asked to plot points and then make an estimate of what the graph is. So let's take this one here, for example. Let's say you have r, the theta is 0, cosine of 0 is 1, times 6 is 6. Pi over 4, the cosine of theta is 1 over square root of 2 times 6. Well, 6 is 2 times 3, so this is going to simplify to 3 square root of 2. Would you take your calculators? What is 3 square root of 2? 4 point something about. What is that? 4.2. Love it. 4.2 is perfect. And then for cosine of 0 is 0, so that's why this is 0. This will be negative 4.2. This will be negative 6. This will be negative 4.2. This will be 0. This will be 4.2. And this will be 6. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to sketch this from these coordinates. So for the first one, you're going to start at 0 and go out 6. So the second one, we're going to go at an angle at pi over 4, and we're going to go at 1, 2, 3, 4.2, about right here. Pi over 2, we're going to go up 0, which is weird. But 3 pi over 4, I'm going to go 3 pi over 4, I'm going to go out 4.2. But what did we say it meant when you have a negative 4.2? It goes through and goes to the other side. And then you're going to get 0. At pi, it's going to be negative 6. So here's pi. You're going to go negative 6. Instead of out here, pi, or 6 pi, the negative just shoves it back over to here. So as you're connecting these, you're going to get a figure that looks like that. So I'm going to ask you to plot points, 4 points, and then do your best to sketch it, but you might not have enough information to sketch it well, so we're going to learn how to do the calculator next. Take out your calculator and hit mode. Some of you are in a bad mode right now. I don't know if it's the rain or what. Go to radian, make sure you're in the radian mode, and then switch to function, move over to polar. So we're going to go to polar mode. I don't know if you've ever done this before. Have you? Nice. Polar mode, what's going to be different is when I hit y equals, you're not going to see y equals anymore. You're going to see r equals. What's r? Radius. Distance from the origin. And we're going to put in 6 cosine, and then we'll put in a theta. X is now theta in polar mode. So give you a chance, get that into your calculator. One more time, mode, you go to function, over to polar, don't forget to be in radians, go y equal, now it's not going to be y equal, it'll be r equal to 6 cosine. Next, go to window, and in window, I'm going to just tell you what to put in there. Go to 0, go and put in 2 pi, which is 6.28. 3185. Theta step, don't worry about that. Have you ever seen that before, theta step? That's weird. What is that? Tomorrow you'll find out. And this thing is going to make your day tomorrow. You're going to see some amazing things. For the x-min, if you would just go negative 6.1 to 6.1. And then we're going to go from negative 6 to 6. I like it. Perfect. For theta max? So then, when you hit graph, you're going to see the graph that we have. And there you go. You can sketch these graphs. Now let's play around with this a little bit. Let's go to 6. Let's change this to a 3 cosine. What's that going to do? What do you think that's going to do? Shrink it. Now the radius is 3. Let's keep going. Let's go down to 2. Like it? Smaller. And what if you go down to 0.1 cosine theta? What's that going to do? Little tiny dot. Still a circle, but it's a very, very tiny radius. Okay, so go back to 6. And when you say cosine, let's go cosine 2 theta this time. Cosine 2 theta, what do you think is going to happen? Well, certainly not this.
Whoa. Hey, that's not...
Oh, which ones? Oh, I would go from -6 to 6 for x and -6 to 6 for y. Hey, let's keep playing around with this. Let's go to, keep that 6 there. Let's go 3 theta. How many petals to the flower this time? 3. That's weird. Now put in a 4. How many are you going to get? How many petals to the flower?
4.
Not 4. 8. Yep. How about for a 5? Isn't that 5? So it seems like when we have an odd number, what's the number? That number. But if you have an even number, this is what we did last hour. Let's go with 12. How many would you expect for 12? 1, 2, 24? No. 24? Yep, 24. That's cool. So that's graphing. What you're going to do for the problems, go right down to the first one. So you're going to take r or actually theta, and then you'll calculate r. And then for theta, you're just going to use things. Let's just pick 4 that will be easy. 0, pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3. And then you put it into the formula and get the r and then plot them. So I want you to have experience plotting them, and then it's no problem to sketch them, right? But just do for these 2 and this one, I wanted you to get the points. I guess I have 6 points here. Do I have 6 points here too? Yeah, so you can do pi over 2 if you want, maybe even pi. That's good. And then for the rest of these, I just want you to use your calculator. Once you can plot 6 points, you'll be good for the test. Practice doing that, given theta, find r using the equation. You have to be able to do that. And then just graph these and have a blast looking at these different shapes. Limacons are my favorite. They're really interesting. Then for 23 and 28, use your knowledge of inverse and your knowledge of sketching graphs to find where these 2 intersect. The skill we'll push on tomorrow. And then this is the set builder notation where r is between 0 and 3. So let's say this is 1, 2, 3, and 3 is this circle. R is between 0 and 3, and theta is between 0 and 2 pi. So if it's 0 to 2 pi, I'm going to shade in what? Everything inside. Right? It's everything inside because R is between, it'll be 0, 1, 2, and 3, and then it'll be all these. Now what if this were just a pi? What would happen? It'd just be the top half, right? So you can control that when you sketch this one. All right, and then the last one.
Wait, what's it wanting to do for the table?
What? Oh, you don't need to table anything. You don't need to put anything in that table. And then for this one, you're going to do the set builder. The set of all I think they used r theta, right? Yeah. The set of all r comma theta such that what's happening to r, what's happening to theta. Okay? And so you're going to build those for these three. And that's your assignment for tomorrow.